There will be a lot of groups and tactics involved in the revolution. But to me, organized labor stands out as the most potent. It is the only force with the level of strategy, manpower, and resources to currently fend off fascism we're seeing in this country. A labor union is an organization of workers who are able to, through organization, leverage their collective power and push certain changes at their workplace. Their rise came about in the mid to late 19th century as workers, in industrial settings primarily, began to revolt against low pay, long work hours, and unsafe work conditions. This period is commonly referred to as the Golden Age, a time when workers were exploited and vast amounts of wealth were hoarded by a select few. Sound familiar? At that time, unions had to fight for their right to exist. They had to employ civil and non-civil disobedience by going on strike, which is a refusal to work. But because of their fights, workers today, union and non-union, enjoy minimum wage, 40-hour work week, retirement, and a whole host of things that we take for granted. That is to say, that if the owners could have it their way, you would have no rights as a worker. I point out this history because many of the rights that we've won in the past are now being eroded. In hell, the National Labor Relations Board, the board that oversees union elections and workplace laws, has been rendered toothless as Trump has gotten rid of the minimum amount of members required for quorum and voting. And that's just in the realm of labor law. Civil rights and civil liberties are being rolled back by the day. So we have to start operating as though there's no bureaucratic process to save us. And I know that may sound scary for some. That may include physical resistance. We will see. Nothing is off the table. But I believe labor has an opportunity and a level of accessibility that other functions don't. For one, if you're working and you aren't an owner or a manager, you right now can form a union. It would start by talking with your coworkers, getting to know the issues that affect them, and then agitating them on those issues. If you have issues and you have people on board, you can form a union. Organizing a union also creates a space of radical politics. No matter how involved you are in DSA or your underground resistance movement, you have to, as a matter of survival, go to work for 8 hours a day. It's a very de-radicalizing space. So by organizing a union, create a space that's conducive to radical politics. Labor also gets at the root cause of the dilemma we face. The concentration of power within a select few is what led to the situation where Trump can come in and enact these authoritarian policies. If power was distributed more equitably, we'd be in a different position. Fourthly, in the event of a strike, we begin to see what a different society could look like. Strikes are sustained through mutual aid. Workers, community, pooling their resources to sustain the strike, to sustain the common good. This in itself is revolution, and we begin to see what society could look like outside of established norms and institutions. And at a very large scale, this is really revolution. What this takes, though, is organization, on the ground, real nitty-gritty work. And as someone from labor myself, this is not easy. The powers that be are hell-bent on dividing us on the lines of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, and people are vulnerable. Unfortunately, people are going to be more vulnerable. But the only way through this is through unity. And we must remind people of that and of the bigger picture. The reason why labor is so powerful is because labor is what makes the world go round. It is what builds our buildings. It is what crafts our clothes. It's what services our stores, transports us, what feeds us. It is all-encompassing in what the vast majority of people are involved in. And the capitalists know this. As much as they like to hype their own genius up, they know that they're dependent on us for things to move. So something like organized labor can put pressure on the powers that be. And if leveraged effectively, can push us to a place where we have a say, the people, and how things are run. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends and family. You can also follow me on social media, Theodo Yo. That's all my social media tags. And soon, maybe by the time this video is posted, I don't know, I'll have a Patreon as well where you can also support my work. My hope is to start posting more videos related to what we're going through right now. So if you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments below. All right, thanks.